I'm 21 and I was diagnosed with COVID-19, here's how it went. Hi all. To start, this is my personal experience. I am not a doctor, and from what I've gathered, symptoms can present differently in everyone. FYI, I have no underlying health conditions, except for a random asthma attack maybe every 5 years or so. If you get it, something that helped me a lot was hot showers. I would sit in the shower maybe 3 or 4 times a day to breathe easier. It helped me a lot. Get a humidifier if you can. Close the window if you live in a dry area. I also have an inhaler for emergencies, so that helped as well. Day 1, I went to work and came home, felt completely normal. I ended up taking a nap because I was super tired. I woke up around 8 p.m. with a fever of 102. My fever didn't go away all night, and I was going back and forth from freezing to death to sweating. I didn't have any other symptoms, but I remember being so tired I couldn't even get up to go get some ibuprofen to bring my fever down. I woke up around 3 a.m. and started to vomit. I vomited maybe 4 to 5 times that night. Day 2, I went to the hospital and they found nothing wrong with me. My blood test and flu test came back completely normal. They gave me nausea meds and sent me home. Day 3 to 6, I was out for about a week. The vomiting stopped, but my appetite was completely gone. Other than a fever of 101, I felt normal, no body aches or anything like that. Day 7 to 14, I got better. Went back to work. Was still feeling tired, but just assumed it was from not eating much. My appetite came back and I started living normally again. Day 15, sudden fever and lightheadedness at work. I had to leave early because I was feeling so unwell, like I was going to pass out. I figured my blood sugar was low, so I just went home and slept all day and night. Day 16 to 18, fever of 104, chills, sweats, extreme fatigue, sore throat, unable to even freaking move. I didn't eat for these 3 days, I had zero appetite. Day 19-ish, my fever was not going down. Ibuprofen wasn't helping at all, so I switched to Tylenol. With 800 milligrams of Tylenol, my fever would go away for a total of 2 hours, then it was back. Literally felt like death. No cough. I decided to go to the hospital and they couldn't bring my fever down, nor figure out what was wrong. Blood test was normal, flu was negative, mono negative, strep negative. At this point my throat was so sore they had to put lidocaine on it because I couldn't speak or even drink liquid. They decided to test me for COVID-19. During this time they kept me in the hospital for 4 days. I literally don't even remember the hospital because I was passed out the entire time. I literally don't even remember speaking to doctors. I was in isolation. 4 days later, test came back, positive. They kept me for 3 more days, just gave me fluids and lidocaine for my sore throat. While I was in the hospital, breathing became more difficult but not impossible. Think how it feels breathing after a workout. After 2 days I started feeling way better and started eating again. Day 3 they let me go home and I've been quarantined ever since, going on 2 weeks. All I can say is I've had strep, I've had the flu, I've had mono, and this is not that. I felt like I literally got hit by a bus. My roommate had to come check on me several times to make sure I wasn't dead before I went to the hospital. I would wake up not being able to breathe. My boyfriend and roommate both contracted it from me, but their symptoms were extremely mild and only lasted like 5 days. They basically just had a small fever of 101 and a cough. But they operated as normal.